I'm walking from one side of Montreal all the way to the other. It's about 55 kilometers. It's gonna take at least 12 hours. Come along with me for the adventure. Let's see how this turns out. And I promise you, it's not all highways like this. I set off at 5 a.m. on this drizzly spring morning. I took a bus, the subway, and another bus in order to reach the start line. I'm at the very northeasternmost point in Montreal at Parc du Bout-de-l'Île, and the idea today is that I walk the approximately 55 kilometers to the total opposite end of Montreal at Sainte-Anne-de-Bellevue. I've done something similar before with my bike, but this time I wanted to do it with my legs, and I'll take you guys on the journey because I'm sure I'll encounter something interesting along the way. Let's go. Interesting encounters I certainly had. This turned out to be a fantastic way of exploring the place I live and seeing parts of it I wouldn't normally see. Join me for the next few minutes to experience the island of Montreal from this perspective. The trail has taken me through a nature park. This is the Parc du Bout-de-l'Île, and it's very nice. I'd be very happy if I saw a deer along this walk. I'm going to take a slight detour from the map and come down this path instead because it takes me through another very beautiful park. Just up there is the Pointe-aux-Trembles train station. It's very nice that it's so close to this nature park. This is really beautiful. When I checked the map earlier before I left, I expected to be mostly on roads and in residential areas. I didn't expect to see so much nature so early on in this walk. Okay, I've just noticed something kind of interesting here in the middle of this park. I'm going to go and investigate. According to the map, this is the Chapelle Scala Santa from 1905. I had no idea this existed. This is incredible. Seriously, what is this place? This is why I love coming on these kind of adventures, because you find places like this that you otherwise never would have known existed. But seriously, what a beautiful little park this is. According to the map, this is the Secteur Bois de la Réparation. I honestly had no idea it even existed until I stumbled across it. I really hope that I see more interesting things like this along the walk to Sainte-Anne-de-Bellevue. Just exited the park to rejoin the loud and crazy highway. Here we go. I just checked my Strava and I've done 7.1 kilometers, but barely scratched the surface of the map so far. The next step is to head over to this overpass and continue along down that way. Henri-Bourassa West is indeed the direction I need to go. Basically, I follow this road for the next 12 kilometers before I take the next turn. This part of Henri-Bourassa was quite industrial. I passed a Hydro-Quebec substation, plenty of shipping companies, mechanics, but also a turkey crossing the road. Eventually, I found a Timmy's and took some breakfast. All caffeinated up and continuing with the walk. I'm 11 kilometers of the way through. It's just started raining, which is a bit annoying. But as far as the weather goes today, it's 8 degrees right now with a maximum forecast of 10. The industrial vibes continued with some earth-moving equipment, car yards, truck yards, and horticulture shops. It's getting a little more civilized now. I believe I'm in the neighborhood of Anjou, but you can see there's a McDonald's, a Harvey's, a couple of gas stations, a Timmy's. Definitely out of the nature and into somewhere a bit more urban now. It's April 13th and there's still Christmas trees here in Montreal. Merci beaucoup, Campo Toro. We're in the heart of Anjou now. You can see behind me there's a shopping plaza with a Dollarama and a Walmart. And I'm just coming into this Jean Coutu up here to pick me up some sunscreen. Okay, 18 kilometers down and apparently there's 38 Ks to go. I'm still feeling good, still in good shape, so let's continue on. Just took a slight left turn here and I realized that Henri-Bourassa continues on for miles down this way. So we keep going. All right, now what on earth is this? I'm very curious. It was a bit difficult to find information on this sculpture, but I did some Googling and it's called La Vélocité de Lieu. It resembles a Ferris wheel and it's supposed to evoke community, play, vertigo, festivity, and the joy of movement. Isn't that nice? I just checked the map and it looks like I'm about a third of the way Still feeling good, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be absolutely shagged by the time I reach the end. This is the point now where we enter the city of Montreal. I'm at a spot that I recognize quite well. That corner over there is the end of Papineau, which is exactly the place where I ended my 10-kilometer jog I did a couple of months ago on the coldest day of the year in Montreal. It was pretty epic. I made a video about it as well, so go check it out if you get a chance. One of the residents here is clearly trying to make a point about the rats problem. My route is now taking me closer to the North Shore, so I'll be away from the noise of Henry Bourassa and should be coming up to somewhere a bit more quiet and green. Looking forward to that. And have a look at this beautiful house just in front of me here. Walking along Boulevard Goyen now, and it's indeed much more peaceful than Henry Bourassa. Finally, I'm able to get off the road and into a nice trail in a park, which is going to take me alongside the river. You may ask the question, why? What's the point of walking from one end of Montreal to the other? And to that, I say there are three reasons. First and foremost, it's because I've been using the pedometer on my phone since 2017, so I have quite a lot of steps data from over the years. And it struck me a while ago that I'd never had a day where I've done more than 50,000 steps in the day. So today's going to be my day to finally achieve that. Secondly, it's because I love adventure. I love to get outdoors. I love to do something a little bit physically challenging, and this seemed like a great opportunity. And thirdly, it's because I love making these videos. If you're watching this, thank you very much. You're a wonderful person. I hope you're enjoying it so far. I'd really appreciate if you could like, subscribe, and comment, because that would really help. Cheers.
I stopped for a quick snack and set off again on what I'd say was my second favourite portion of this journey. This woodsy trail by the river was very peaceful.
There's a lot of these historic buildings along the way. This one is a pump station from 1934. Starting to get a bit hungry. I feel like my body is doing okay, like I can definitely keep going for a bit longer, but yeah, getting hungry and hoping that a restaurant shows up very soon. I just discovered this place up here called Polo and Cézanne, which sounds like exactly the type of place I need right now. Gonna pull in for some lunch.
It was a typically 1960s themed diner where I had a Tex-Mex burger.
Oh, that was nice. A little unhealthy, but good to sit down and stretch my legs for a little bit. And we continue on. So I'm a little bit past halfway now. I think there's about 25 kilometers to go. In true Montreal style, we now have a single lane road that's got construction on either side and nowhere for a sidewalk. So I'm a little bit vulnerable here next to the traffic. This is so Montreal. That car that we just saw turned left onto the road here. They tried to turn right and they were basically going to go directly into oncoming traffic. And this is something that I just don't get about this city. The roadworks here and the construction are so poorly signposted. Nobody knows what's going on. Come on, Montreal, get it together with your construction work. Jeez. Just walked past this really interesting boarded up old stone house. What a dwelling this is. So I see there's no sidewalk here at all, but I noticed in the woods here there seems to be a trail just up ahead. So I'm gonna take a detour and see if this is gonna be of help. Well, this is turning out to be all right. It's certainly better than walking by the side of the road with no footpath. Apparently this is called Bois-de-l'Île Nature Park. It's quite nice. But I seem to have an issue here. There is a small pond in the way and I'm gonna have to cross that, which means I'm probably gonna have to make my way back to the damn road. That's annoying, yeah. Don't think there's any other way to do it. Okay. That was definitely the right decision. Imagine having to make my way across that. Actually, when I did my bike ride around the circumference of Montreal, I remember stopping my bike right here, directly opposite where I am now, and complaining about the Montreal construction and traffic situation. The quality of road in this area is not very good. Nothing much has changed since then. I'm very close to reaching my goal. Let's watch it tick over together. Yes, there we go, 50,000 steps in one day. I suppose I could end it there, but no, I'm gonna power on like a champion and continue to Sainte-Anne-de-Bellevue. I have a feeling I'll probably be able to do 80,000 steps today. I'm glad I checked the map when I did, because I was about to go the wrong way. So I've had to cross the road and I'm gonna continue on through the park and basically end up going this way.
This is what turned out to be my favorite stretch of the day. I mean, look at this beautiful creek. This is the Bois-de-l'Île Nature Park. I captured the majority of my walk through here.
Gee, that was so nice. What a little oasis in the middle of the city. Someone just decided to throw out a bunch of food scraps here. Just come out of the park. Wow, that was so nice. A quick distance check shows me that I'm 40 kilometers through with approximately 18 to go as we enter suburbia again. Just coming past Galerie des Sources now. I know this area quite well. I've eaten at this Jackasses here a couple of times when I've been in the area for work. The crappy part about the walk for the time being is that it follows the side of the Trans-Canadian Highway for a while, so this is not going to be so pleasant. Yep, and I just checked the map. It's going to be like this for the next 9 kilometers. Jesus Christ, this is noisy. Starting to piss me off now. Spitting down with rain. We've got this ferocious cold head wind hitting me in the face. It's difficult to talk. Looking forward to this portion of the walk being over. Gonna quickly drop by the Fairview Point Claire shopping mall just to use the bathroom, freshen up, and then power on. Of course it's closed. No toilet for me. All right, after all that, I'm about to rejoin the service road. I have no clue if there's going to be a sidewalk. I fear there will not be. Let's see. And there is not, but I will use this median strip over here. It's very nice on my feet to walk on the grass, actually. Oh, thank God for that. All right, so I just checked and it should be around 1 hour until a couche-tard dépanneur, where I'm gonna go and get something to eat, a bar of chocolate or something like that. And then finally, I'll be on the home stretch. It should be another hour or so after that. I wanted to see parts of Montreal I'd never seen before, right? This is certainly one of them. I've lost my beloved sidewalk again. That was not a good idea. My God, these shoes have never been so muddy. I have no choice now but to rejoin the service road, and there's still no goddamn sidewalk. This is ridiculous. Apparently I'm not the only one walking though. There's somebody else up ahead. This is crazy. What a ridiculous place for a bus stop. Guess I have to go back. Now I'm back to my favorite highway service road. Thanks be to God, this section of the service road is a lot quieter and I've had a reprieve from the wind. So it's nowhere near as cold as what it was an hour ago. And here's the couche-tard that I've been dreaming of for the past hour. I'm really craving a thick bar of chocolate and a Gatorade. Well, a Toblerone and a Gatorade later, I'm a little bit rested and I think I'm ready to continue this ridiculous walk. There's 6.4 kilometers to go, which should take me about an hour and a half. I have to admit, I've definitely reached the place now in the walk where I feel very uncomfortable. I'm in a lot of pain. I don't want to continue, but I will, because I'm determined. So I'll check in again soon, and we'll continue on with this ridiculous hike.
The next half hour was dark, chilly, much more secluded, I must say, and quite the struggle.
Crossing over the Trans-Canada Highway now. I'm pleased to announce I'm down to my final 3 kilometers. So I'll be in Sainte-Anne-de-Bellevue in about 35 minutes. Finally, I reached the residential area of Sainte-Anne-de-Bellevue.
This just about concludes the walk, and I can tell you I was thanking Jesus by this stage because I was sore all over. I did the final few hundred meters into the quaint town centre, where I'll leave you with some final thoughts.
My God, I don't believe it. I finished. Yes! Oh, wow. I am so exhausted. Jesus Christ. Okay, gonna take a seat and catch my breath and check the stats. The most important thing, Strava. Let's check the distance that I walked. There we are, will you look at that? 59.18 kilometers. Oh boy. And I also want to check the number of steps I've done so far today. Oh, 83,478. I don't think I'm ever going to top that again in my life. Some final thoughts. That was max effort in terms of a walk. It was max effort. I don't think the human body is designed to do this kind of thing. I feel exhausted, but it's that good kind of exhausted that you get after an extreme workout. I don't think that's worth doing at all. Like, I certainly wouldn't recommend anyone to do this kind of walk. I think there's much more value to, if you're a biker, to do the circumference of Montreal like I did a couple of years ago. That's much more feasible and enjoyable. This, it was okay until I got to around about Point St. Clair, and then that's when it started to get really uncomfortable. From then on, along the Trans-Canada Highway, it was just awful. Really, it was awful. No sidewalks, wind in my face, drizzling. Never again. But yes, at the end of the day, I'm really happy that I did that. As much as I'd love to go and celebrate with a beer and a nice meal, I don't even feel like it at all. I just want to go home and go straight to bed. So I'm going to go find the bus and get the hell out of here. Ciao.
Let's be real, I wasn't going to spend 2 hours on a bus, so I got an Uber instead. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and stay in touch for more adventures.